Hey guys, and welcome to my first October daily video where I'm actually showing you some of the documenting that I've done. Wow, I'm actually going to show you some of this stuff in October. What's wrong with me? I decided to film it this way, like I do for my crafty goal updates, rather than doing it in like the more formal setup, simply because if you saw my setup video from October daily this year, which I did film in my photo tent that I'm using as a video tent, that book doesn't really fit in it when it's open. And I figured this way I can move the camera around to avoid glare on the pocket pages and things like that. So this is just going to be a wrap-up of the first week of October. As you can see, I haven't done anything extra to my cover yet. I did do a little bit more embellishment of my calendar with some of the washi from Michael's now that it has arrived. And I wrote a few things just in the calendar. Nothing new over here, but I did add another prompt page. This is Pink Oddbird's October Daily 2020 prompts. I saw someone referencing this person last year, so I checked them out this year, and it's kind of a maker's prompt list, sort of like with the Creatober, where you just kind of make whatever. Like, it's for people that do a lot of mixed media and whatnot, but I figured there's some interesting prompts in here. I just put scraps from other layouts behind it and used some washi on it. And this is the back of the new page. I also put this 31 Days of Spooky Scraps prompt from California Lucky on Instagram. It's kind of more of a scrappy, obviously, like scrapbooking type prompt list, so I thought that would be interesting to add to this album. And then I just put this 6x6 cut art in, because I wasn't really sure how to use it because it's so big, but it is so pretty, so I figured, okay, I'll just make it sort of the star of the page. And then again, I just used some washi and some stickers to embellish it. Nothing new on this side either. And nothing really new except I put some of the pink pumpkin washi over the striped washi. And I like how that one looks. So moving on to day one. This year for my numbers, if you remember from last year, I had a bunch of cardstock numbers that punched out of little sheets that I got on clearance at Michael's. It was a Creatology thing. I think it's for posters or something. They're pretty big. They were black, and I was using them for my numbers in my October daily last year. And I still had some numbers left over, and then I also kept the outlines of numbers that I had run out of. I just kept them as like stencils. So what I'm doing for my numbers this year is I'm just tracing the numbers and cutting them out of scraps from the collection so everything matches. So this is day one, and I just wrote that it's spooky season, but it's also spooky mask season. I just put in a picture of the 3 Halloween masks that I got off of Etsy. And again, I just embellished it with some washi tape and a sticker from the sticker book. And then up here I do have a cut apart from a different Halloween collection, the one that I've got like scraps of. I threw some like purple cut aparts, and I have a couple of like pastel-y pieces from other collections, and I've sort of thrown those into the fray. So while everything is going to be primarily Peekaboo, you will see things like this that aren't from the Peekaboo paper pad, but they still work. Day 2, nothing really happened, so I made it a prompt today. Oh, I didn't mention, you can't really see it on the 1, but on the 2 you can see I edged it with pink ink, just so it popped up a little bit from the paper. So the prompt I used, I can't remember which prompt page it's from, but it says spell the word Halloween with washi tape. And as you can see, I lost lettering chicken severely. I'm like, it's skinny washi, it'll all fit in now. And then up here I just embellished again with some more stickers, and this is actually a little cut apart, a boo cut apart from the paper pad as well. I put day 3 and day 4 on the same page because I basically just spent the weekend binging the 10th season of Walking Dead, because the finale for season 10 was put on hold because of COVID. It was filmed, but they hadn't finished post-production, and they couldn't safely do post-production, so it got postponed. So instead of happening back in, I think, February, they put it off till October, which is normally when the next season would start. And also they've now kind of extended season 10 by 6 episodes, so it's not really the finale, even though AMC has been billing it as the finale. It was the original finale. Now it's, as I've been calling it, the finale not finale. So I spent the weekend binging the season to remind myself what on earth had happened, and then the finale was on the Sunday. Day 5, my theme was frustration, which I spelled out with some of the letters from the sticker book. It says, frustration was the theme of the day. My new quarter rounder sucks. You saw that in my Michael's haul. Sucks. And I failed at every game of Fall Guys that I played. That's my character as of when this was written. They're little jelly beans, then you dress them up. And it's a fun game. It's kind of an all ages, all skill levels type of game, but I just am not very good at it. And I was having a really bad day that day, so between that and my corner rounder sucking, I was having a bad day. Day 6, I just documented the fact that my friends were nice enough to give me a lift over to Canadian Tire, which is well, it used to just be like an auto parts, auto accessory store, but now they have home goods and everything else there. And the reason I went over to Canadian Tire is because I have a Canadian Tire, I think they call it a Triangle MasterCard, and it collects Canadian Tire money digitally on the card whenever you buy something anywhere. And Canadian Tire money is like their reward points. And it's a 1-for-1, like a dollar for dollar reward system. Like, you know, some systems you have $50 and the $1 counts for 10 cents of actual money. That's not how it works at Canadian Tire. It's $1 of Canadian Tire money is $1 of actual money. And since I never go to Canadian Tire, I basically just end up collecting hundreds of dollars worth of Canadian Tire money on my credit card. And then when I need something, I try to go to Canadian Tire. And I was running out of a bunch of stuff. Like, I needed a new space heater. I got a craft cart because they have the same kind of cart that you can get at IKEA or Michael's. I'm having the hell of a time putting it together. If anybody that's watching this has the Canadian Tire version of the craft card, please let me know, because if I could get it together, I would go back, because I have to go back because I also bought a toaster oven and it's way too small. I didn't think it was as small as it was. And if I can get this together, I would like to get 2 more, because it holds a lot more than I thought it would. But I'm having a hell of a time getting the shelves on. The one on the bottom does not want to screw in. Like, the holes are almost misaligned, but not quite, but just enough. And I'm frustrated, so if anyone has any tips for putting this stupid thing together, let me know, because I do love the size of it, and I would love to have a couple more and clean up some of the clutter that is in my living space. Anyways, yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff that I needed. I also bought Halloween candy for the children. So I got $402.17 worth of stuff for free. Day 7, I just documented that this miniseries based on War of the Worlds was on CBC. The first episode was on the 7th. Apparently it's a BBC miniseries from last year. It was okay. We'll see what happens this week, if it gets any better. So if you did enjoy this little flip through of my first week of my October daily 2020, please give the video a like. Please give the video a share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the little bell in the corner to be notified when I next upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.